What's going on, YouTubenites? Welcome to the CovrPrice weekly comic book shakers. You ask yourself, what is a shaker? I will tell you as soon as I come back. I don't know who those people are with me, but they look like some fine gentlemen, maybe? I don't know. There's one with a wig on. I don't know what that truly is, but you know what? Since this is the day before Halloween, let me pop my collar. And you know what? Let me get you in the mood with a little, shall we play some Halloween music for them? Let's do it.
Over breaks like skate. I'm down with ACP, too special K to cornflake. I DOG, any sucker tryna gas me. The KACG, simply considered crafty. With more fat jokes than Red Fox wrote. You showboat, you couldn't warm it up with hot cocoa and a house coat. We get it swinging like the Red Sox with dreadlocks. I throw on my boots in case you're tighter than a headlock. Hard like a cock and drop a shit just like a buttocks. I got you constipated, so here's where the shit stop. You jock my dick like a chick and play the cake game. Can't be fly if you can't fly a plane. You can't be a captain if your name ain't Kurt. You can't swing a dribby if your mic don't work. You can't be rapping hip hop if the shit you're rapping's who?
Can't touch it!
Yeah, whoever said that, fuck you.
Yo, what is up by the hoary host of Hog and T-Bone in the motherfucking house? Happy Halloween, everybody. Welcome to the CovrPrice weekly top, what do you call them? The weekly shakers, comic book shakers. I'll work on that. Joining me, T-Bone the Terrible, with the mighty eye of Agamotto and the hoary host of my Hoggoth, is Otto, the god of thunder and plunderer. Say what's up.
What is up? It is Otto, the god of thunder. I've come to Midgard to grace all you with my presence. TiVo, you are clearly not TiVo. You must be Loki, and we have crossed the lines of Marvel and DC because we have the court of the owls beneath me. What foolery is this?
And speaking of which is the Gimp, Darkside Jedi.
Yo.
The Gimp.
How's it going, everybody? Been a long time.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah?
Just keep it on. I meant,
All
guys.
right.
Sure, why not?
Fuck it. I've never looked better.
That is a statement that is very factual, I do believe. Shout out to everybody in the live chat, man. You guys been tailgating for a minute. Amazing Murphy, your Sith Lord, holding it down with the wrench. T. Rabbits Comics. Roger Levesque from 3 Men in the Basement, holding it down. Victoria Payjack, Hawaiian Punch. All of, man, there's been people tailgating here forever. Comics Talk Weekly. What's going on, everybody? There is a link in the video description, as well as I will drop it in the live chat again here. In conjunction with our friends from CovrPrice, with the launch of the new weekly show, the new comic book shakers of the week, we're doing a CovrPrice giveaway. The link is right there. Make sure you're subscribed and then just click on the link and it'll get you entered. As easy as that. We're going to pick 2 winners next week and you'll win a 6-month free membership. Excuse me. For those who don't know, what is a comic book shaker? Everyday CovrPrice daily shaker list calls out the comics with the highest sales value sold for that day. Throughout the week, we'll pull the interesting ones and elaborate on them here. The full list I will also drop into the live chat. For those who are full-blown members, you can see all 50 books on the list. If you have a free membership, you can see like the first 5 or 6 or something like that, but it's a great list. And the list changes daily. So what's the difference between the CovrPrice Top 10 and this list? This is a single book that hits a high dollar amount. So there's no other lists like this out there. And they're not really a top 10 per se, but there's 10 of them. But we're just going to do them alphabetically or some shit like that. Of course, this show is sponsored by our friends over at the CovrPrice.com. Go to CovrPrice.com, sign up for a 2-week free trial, or get a standard membership for $2.99 a month, or get a full-blown membership. I think it's like $7 a month. It's awesome, better than CLZ, I think, because you can put in everything. It's web-based, but it works just as well as on your phone. So no need for an app. It works, the browser based on your phone. It works the same way. It'll hold all your information. So hit up our friends at CovrPrice. Show is also sponsored by our friends at KRS Comics. You go to KRScomics.com. Use discount code of LOTLB to get 15% off anything KRS Comics exclusives. Also, our friends at the Geeky Swag Shop. The hoodies are up for pre-sale again. It's $50 for the zip up because it's super soft. And there's a pullover for $40. That price includes the shipping, guys. Also, you use a discount code of LOTLB and you can save 10%. They also have something called Klarna where you can make payments on it. Yeah. So if 50 or 40 is too much, you could pay like $7, $8, I think $10 a month and pay it off in like 6 months or something like that. So perfect, just in time for the cold winter months, man. Also, our friends at Rocket Comics, they have a signing coming up. I think it's Roy Thomas and some other cats. So make sure you check out Rocket Comics. Tell them the Lord sent you. Get 20% off your first pressing order. How's that for all the good, fun stuff, boys and girls? So, as I said, this is a very cool list. Wanted to get more Cover Price content because, you know, they do a great job. They put together this list for us. And really, there's 50 of them a day that they pick out that are the ones that hit the highest dollar amount. If you notice, our top 10 list is the price as well as the numbers of units sold, a combination of those that gets the Cover Price top 10. So that kind of shows you how many units are being sold and the biggest price jump. If, 15 units sold and they jump from like $2 on average up to like $30, $40, then that typically lands on our Cover Price top 10. But this is the Shakers, right? Just in time for Halloween, boys and girls. So, let me get the graphics up. Shout out to everybody in the live chat. Really appreciate you guys. Shout out to Pressable Defects. I forgot yesterday they sent a super chat in. I think it was Guy Forge. One of the Pressable Defects. It's either Guy or Matt Forge, man. But shout out to them for the $5 or $10 super chat yesterday. Sorry to get to you. Yesterday was so chaotic. We were doing a little everything. My man DJ Curse from the world famous Beat Junkies will be back next Tuesday. We're going to do that thing every Tuesday. It's a little bit too much to ask him to DJ on Tuesdays and Thursdays because, you got to think of a set. You got to think of all kinds of stuff. And we're going to be pulling some samples from a famous top 10 list. So hopefully David Letterman doesn't take down our video tomorrow. That's the hint that I'm giving you for the samples that we'll be using next week. So hopefully that will get you energized. And just for old time's sake, make sure you have live chat enabled, not top chat. All right, let's get right to it, boys and girls. So this is the 10 Shakers of the week. There's not a number 1 and a number 10, but we're just kind of, we're going to do it alphabetically. So I'll start off first. Number 1, our first one on the list is Batman Beyond, number 6, boys and girls. Okay, so all of this can be found in the Cover Price newsletter. And if you're a subscriber, you will get that newsletter sent to you once a week. Below is in the optioned or rumored section of the Cover Price newsletter. And they wrote about this continued rumors of Michael Keaton returning to the role of Bruce Wayne for the HBO Max Batman Beyond series. And if you remember, we talked about that on Lords 2. It's up on, I had it as a Mikey Sun exclusive. And remember that Batman Beyond book was going crazy, and it's already like a $1,500 book now, and a 9.8. Before the news even hit, though, the first appearance of Terry's Venom-like villain, I don't even know how to say this. I think it's Inque, I-N-Q-U-E, maybe. Hopefully some of people always do tell me I pronounce things incorrectly, but Inque, I-N-Q-U-E, was already hitting new heights at $450 for a 9.8. Since she's on the short list of interesting villains, she seems to be the smart character to invest in. So let's, I'm going to do something interesting for you guys because on the Cover Price newsletter, for each book that they come out, they also has a link so you can see where you can buy them right now on both eBay. And I'm going to do this for every single one of them so you guys can see it on here, guys. I'm trying to do this, so bear with me. So on both eBay and on my comic shop. So you can don't take our word for it, but look at what it's selling for in the interwebs. So there you go. My comic shop and eBay, so you can see the prices. So there you go. Let's just call it number 10. But anyway, the first one on our list is Batman Beyond, Number 6, the first appearance of Inuk, or whatever it is.
Jeez.
Otto, what's the next one on the list?
Boy, we got another one. This is the second shaker of the week. This is Black Boy Fly. This is the C2E2 preview edition. This was self-published in 2017. It was by Hebrew Bentley. It's a contemporary artist best known for his Afro futurism approach to anime and graffiti. It was limited to only 100 copies. These days, copies only pop up for sale once or twice a year. And when they sell, they do sell high. So like this week's CGC, a 9.0 sold for over $1,000, $1,049. It's a new high for this book, and you can find it. And never seen this book. I haven't seen it on Earth or on Asgard, so I don't even know anything about this.
Yeah, I've never seen it either.
That's unbelievable. But hey, people are buying it. Only 100 out there, so really, really wild. So that is your second shaker of the week right here.
And for 1,000?
Yeah. Look at that, a 9.8, man. You must really want that pretty bad. So, good book right there. Where did he get set back to?
It's a low print run. It's a C2E2 preview edition. Yeah. I mean, it's the perfect storm.
Is there a show or something coming out for it, or it's just on its own reconnaissance?
There is no news on it yet.
Nothing
this is similar to the other. I mean, these are some of the ones. This is good because they're like, we all like to say this is kind of organic, right? It's just based on, but sometimes there's nothing. And then sometimes there's news that certain people know about and they just gravitate to it. But nowadays the news could come from everywhere, but if somebody's spending $1,000 on it, but this is one of those things where it's a cool, this isn't a high print run or anything. This is a C2E2 preview edition for 2017. So it's kind of interesting. So be on the radar, boys and girls, if there may be news dropping down the road, because that's interesting how, from a book from 2017 is starting to move, but there's only one. So on the CovrPrice top 10, that is a better indicator of news that's happening. But on the CovrPrice newsletter, they also have a section of just things being rumored or things are being optioned. You'd be amazed at how many comic books get optioned. I keep on pointing back to The Empty Man, #1, and how that movie came out last Friday, and I haven't seen anybody post that comic book yet. But all right, so Black Boy Fly, #1 is on the list of shakers for the week at $1,049.
Yeah, that's
Good
crazy.
Lord. All right, next one on the list is one that we've all been talking about. Boom. The Boys, #1. If you haven't been paying attention, they got multiple seasons greenlit. They also have, what do they call that? Spin-off series already planned. The Boys on Amazon is a huge hit. 2 additional seasons and 1 spin-off series have already been announced. Now, typically comics based on content only do well during the development and first month of release. However, this is one of the few series that is now being the highest sales ever during the show's second season. This and The Mandalorian is a great example of how great content can boost aftermarket sale. The Boys sold CDC 9.8 for an all-new high $565. Holy cow. So this goes to what we've always told you guys. Books always they have this kind of cyclical nature, right? First official announcement. All right. Then maybe a few months later, they cast the actor that's going to be in it. Afterward, we'll talk about some of the new comic news that's popping, since we haven't got to talk about Moon Knight, and that's huge news.
Or wrapping of Shang-Chi.
Yeah, man. So we haven't got a chance to talk about that stuff, but if you check the Pressable Defects on Tuesday, they kind of do what we used to do back in the days when the Lords was around in 2017, 2018, before we were unceremoniously deleted by Jeremy Conrad, fat cocksucker. Anyway, all right. So let's get to the next one. What do you got, Otto?
Yeah, we got another shaker right here.
This kills me. Sorry.
Here we go.
PTSD flashbacks.
There you go.
Don't worry, Otto. There's a book on here that's going to make you feel the same way.
I believe it, man. But Edge of Spider-Verse 2, the Greg Land 1 in 25. Oof. 2014 this came out, the first appearance of Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider. Hasn't had the volume of sales that Ultimate Fallout had, but this Greg Land variant seems to really take its time to find the right buyers. One of those buyers ponied up $5,500 for a 9.8. With the first print already hitting 900 and a 9.8, the Land variant will continue to increase and just going up and up in price, and it's just a great killer cover right there. So that's just nuts that this is just creeping up. And all Spider-Verse is hot. You know that. We've been watching for the Lords for a long time. So, all that information's in there.
I had this in a 9.8 signed by Greg Land.
But
What the? And what'd you do with it?
I bought it for 200 and I sold it for 1750. So
I mean, you can't be mad about that.
I didn't think it would get up to 5500.
Holy shit, right?
Christ,
It's not even that great of a cover, to be honest with you. But, everybody's this. If that's what I always tell people, if they're looking for the first print Spider-Gwen, this is the one to get. Because, this was back in the day. This was 2014 when Marvel really started doing multiple print runs with just different colors. If you remember that Edge of Spider-Verse #2, there was like, 5, 6, 7 prints of it. But this variant, and I think the third printing was the only one where it wasn't just a different color. I think it was a design variant. So there's some different variations on that, but 5,500. So,
Jesus.
if you look on CovrPrice though, it'll tell you, and I just posted that link on there. Somebody's got a 9.6 and they're asking $4,099 for it. 9.2 for $4,000, 9.4 for $2,000. So that's
crazy.
the Greg Land variant. I put the links into the live chat so you guys can click on it, see what prices are on eBay, and it's just crazy what it's going for. But she's gonna be coming eventually, man. So if people are specking Miles, I mean, she already came in the animated movie, so it's only a matter of time when the real life version comes. But I hate you, Otto. Edge of Spider-Verse #2, the Greg Land 1 in 25 variant, a 9.8 just sold for 5,500 bones. God damn.
Damn it, unreal.
You have this book?
I had it
What's that? Yeah.
Otto, you have this?
Yeah.
Nice.
in a 9.8.
What's that? Yeah, it's buried. Yep.
Give it to me.
So yeah, okay. Yeah,
All right.
I'll give you the
me,
deal.
or
$5,000. I'll give it to you.
Give it to me. I'll kick you off the show. All right. Don't just throwing my weight around there. All right. What's the next one, Otto?
We're looking at Ice Cream Man #1. Look at this
thing.
Again. This thing again. This is this is so crazy that this is the Martin Morazzo, Chris O'Halloran. This is the Image 2018. This is just a really, really crazy book right here. This book just keep hitting the new high. It was a big raw sale of $305. However, though, with the failed launch of Quibi, which was a streaming service, which Ice Cream Man was being developed for, many questions about this book and how it will fare in the aftermarket, right? So what's going to happen now that Quibi failed miserably? So in our opinion, it'll be a significant drop. However, it will be picked up because this book does have a crazy cult following. So your market price is going to drop, so you might want to get it now, but it's a strong series. They've got the Dr. Seuss variant covers, which are just crazy. And it will get picked up. So, Ice Cream Man #1. And I got a nice copy that somebody gave to me a couple of years ago when this came out. So
yeah, I don't know why anybody would be specking on a Quibi show. I mean, it's like 7-minute episodes each.
Yeah, Quibi's it failed horribly and it never failed. Yeah,
billions of dollars. It was hyped for a minute and then it just died. So be careful. That's what I always tell you. Specking on non-big two books, you got to be careful, man. Marvel and DC, they move the needle, but when it comes to independent publishers, sometimes these big Hollywood studios will just buy the properties so they can just sit on it, right? You know what I'm saying? So nobody else can jump on it. So we'll see. I mean, I hope they find another avenue for it. Maybe Amazon, Netflix, Hulu. I mean, there's so many other avenues. But Ice Cream Man #1 right now, $2.99 and a 9.8. That's just a regular cover. So this isn't even the. This is cover A. That's amazing. But it just goes to show you from 2018, very low. I would super low print run. I don't think you'll be able to find it. You know what? That's what I've been doing. I put the links in the live chat. Let's see if I click on it on eBay, what does Ice Cream Man #1 find? There you go. There's one right now for $15.99.
Yeah. Somebody get it.
Is that cover 1? Here you go. I'm gonna do you guys a solid, man. I'm gonna put this in the live chat. Snatch them up, guys. Flip and dip and slip them. This one eBay seller's got 9 copies for sale, and they're doing buy it nows for $15.99. So it looks like is that a first print though? No, that's a trade. My bad. I can't even tell. So be careful. Don't buy it.
Delete that link.
Buyer beware from
the buy everywhere, man. Let me see. Ice Cream Man first print. Oh, here's one that's an active. Here's one that's active. Look at that, real time, man. We're hooking you up on eBay sales. Here's issue #1. This is not the other thing. People who watch this on live replay be like, what's he talking about? But anyway, Ice Cream Man #1 is rounding off the top 5. We've gone through 5, boys and girls. We're halfway there. All right, the next one on the list is Lumberjanes #1. This is the Brooke Allen Web exclusive. If you've been buying Lumberjanes, this is the variant for you. It was only limited to 250 copies. With the recent HBO Max animated series news, that low print one was an easy no-brainer to see a price spike. This week's new high of $9.99 for a CDC 9.8, $1,000. So Lumberjanes is coming to HBO Max. This is one of those things where HBO Max is going to be right up there with Disney Plus, Netflix, with Umbrella Academy for things that are going to happen. We've already seen it happening with the Green Lantern Corps and how those books have gotten crazy ridiculous lately with Baz Simon and Jessica Cruz. So Lumberjanes, don't know much about it. Don't read Lumberjacks or Lumberjanes, but this is coming out. This is a Brook Allen Web exclusive. $1,000 for a CDC 9.8.
Wow.
That is crazy.
The guy got a deal. He got a penny off.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. Looks like it was a buy now too.
Yeah.
Because you think about it, who the hell bids a $999.99? That would mean somebody bid what 999.98 or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
right.
That's definitely a buy it now. All right. So the next one up. Ooh, you'll like this one. This is something that we get every now and then. It cross pollinates from the CovrPrice top 10 list, and it's also on the Shakers list. We had one last week. We got another one this week. What is it, Otto?
Yeah, we got the Star Wars Annual number 4. This is the John Tyler Christopher one. This book has escalated very, very quickly, as Ryan likes to say.
Jesus.
We mentioned that this Darth Vader, the John Tyler Christopher negative variant cover price a couple weeks ago. It's one of the hardest books to find in negative covers, and it's been crazily increasing in price. This week, an auction got competitive. It hit a new high of $898.98 for a 9.8. That's a lot of 9.8s right there. And
88.
That's 88. I'm sorry, but it's still a lot of 9s and a lot of 8s.
So you can tell that was an auction. That's definitely not a weird buy now.
So people were just bidding on that, and whoever wanted that one really wanted it badly. So
I mean, last week it was
crazy
100 and something, right?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah. So it's cool that we do this show every Thursday, and then we do the top 10 on Thursday, because this what showed up, meaning now you won't see it on the CovrPrice top 10 again, because now the prices are probably gotten too high. So you know what I mean? Once they get too high, they end up pushing off onto this list, and they're no longer on the top 10 list, because that is a percentage and units moved. So somebody buys one copy of this. There was I was at the LCS on Wednesday. Shout out to Comics, Tunes, and Toys, my LCS in beautiful Tustin, California. There was a Scotty Young did a negative variant that was a take on John Tyler Christopher. So, John Tyler Christopher does all the negative variants. Mm-hmm. And also, go look at that Witchblade. I may be wrong, but it may not be his first one. It's one of his first ones ever. John Tyler Christopher did a Witchblade negative Day of the Dead variant, and that came out 2014, 2013. So this is before all the hype of the negative variants now that he's been doing at shows and everything. But that Witchblade, I'll show it on, I typically show that right around Day of the Dead, which is coming up. I'll show it this week on my Instagram. So I still have to post my Halloween comic covers. By the way, shout out to everybody who's been posting your comic books on Halloween, my favorite time of year to post it. I try to do it every day, but I was running away from fires for a couple of days, so I didn't get to post all my comic books. So it's a great time of year. People get to see the cool comic, and I love what people's interpretations of what they consider a Halloween comic cover. There's really no wrong answer. It could be
it's awesome.
Spooky, it could be skulls, it could be a straight up EC book, it could be a Venom book, because every Venom book looks horror anyway. And then, it's just a great time of year. It's Halloween, and even though we're in 2020 and weird shit is happening, we can still celebrate with each other, the IG comic lords. Ooh, I almost said that other stupid ass word.
Oh, no, you son of a bitch.
Quick shout out to the people joining now. My homie Gomez, the comic collector, Bullseye's Comic, Thunderhouse Design, Chris Wynn, Unknown Comics Guys, Ed D's Comics and Game, Bayou Boy Entertainment. Haven't seen him in a minute. Every time I see Bayou Boy Entertainment, that means that we need to have an auction or something.
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh, all right. Oh, man, I don't know if I'm ready, but we can do an auction. It'll just be Ryan selling his stuff by himself.
I'll just sell my whole collection.
Yeah.
24-hour sale.
Yeah,
if you could do it, tell us in the live chat what
I'll just
day,
get a lot of Red Bulls.
When you'd like to do. You know what? It's our annual thing, Black Friday sale.
Yeah, there we go.
I just remember we do that every year. We've been doing it for like 3 years now? 4 years now. We've been doing a Black Friday comic book auction. Book it, Dano. We're going to do it this Friday or Friday, whenever Thanksgiving is, because pretty much Thanksgiving's canceled. For some of us, we're kind of happy because we don't have to drive around to 2 different families and eat turkey. So, man, we'll just shout out to everybody and the family. So, Christmas too, man. Because me and my girlfriend, so we go visit my family, then we visit her family. And then it's one. It used to be on Thanksgiving we would go eat lunch and then go eat dinner. And it just got crazy. And I said, look, you just go with your family Thanksgiving. I'll go to my family Thanksgiving. We'll both have lunch and we'll come back and we'll see a movie. And then we just knock it all out. Get it out of the way, man. So it's a blessing in disguise for some people. But, let's just say it could be stressful. And it's an election year. Oh, my God. I am so tired of politics. I just want this thing to be over, man.
Please.
Over with. I feel like kicking off all the signs too. This is my brother's a realtor, so is my sister, and they both go, this is the time of year where I get called about politics because, the signs that realtors put up are the same signs where all the political signs are all over the streets. It's kind of funny, man. But all right. And they were like, hey, man, I got 3 write-in votes this year. All right. So Star Wars Annual number 4, the John Tyler Christopher negative variant. All right. Next up on the list is, hey, Star Wars back to back.
Love this.
You know what that's in deserving of? Sure, I'm getting a copyright ding.
You're definitely. I don't know how you haven't got one yet for that.
I always do. It got away for a while, and then recently I just got the old John Williams ding on my copyright ding. But it's okay, man. I don't care. It's not like I'm making money off these videos. So it's funny because they monetize it, and the person who monetizes gets if you monetize your video, they get all the revenue for it. So and they don't even care. But once they see a video hit, like I would think 1 million views, and I'm like, oh yeah, we'll take that money.
Yeah, and your channel down.
Yeah. All right. Next up on the list, boys and girls, Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 3, the incentive David Lopez droids variant. BT-1 and 0-0-0 are becoming just as popular as Dr. Aphra herself, while this variant is neither their first appearance or their first cover, which are both Darth Vader number 3. Man, this one is moving, and this week's high sale of $200 for a Raw. However, the boost in sales is mostly due to this being the first appearance of Dr. Aphra's love interest, Magna Tovan. If that's not a Star Wars name, if I ever heard one, that is Magna Tovan. I don't even know if that's a man or a woman.
No, very nebulous. I don't know. But BT-1 and 000 are great droids, though. These are popular.
Oh, yeah. They're hilarious evil droids. Yeah. They would be great for any type of show or movie anything, or something like that. Speaking of which, Mandalorian drops tomorrow, man.
Boom. Can't wait.
Ready.
I heard it's going to be a double-sized issue, too. It's going to be, how because the Mandalorian is only 30, 40 minutes long?
Yeah.
No, so their episodes were different. Like one was an hour and a half, one was half hour, one was 40 minutes. Yeah, they all varied.
Yeah. So, man, Dr. Aphra hasn't been, this book's been moving lately, just like all Star Wars books have been moving, because now that Disney Plus is developing so many different Star Wars properties, people are it's a process of elimination, really. I mean, if you're not paying attention as a collector and you do the process of elimination, like if a character gets developed, just pick up all the ancillary characters as well, right? We'll talk about Moon Knight as soon as this list is over, but think about all the ancillary characters that are in Moon Knight, or when Daredevil came out, or when Punisher came out. The first book you should have gotten was Microchip's first appearance, right? So there you go, man. Star Wars, Dr. Aphra, number 3, the incentive David Lopez droids variant. What's next, Otto?
We got another shaker. Can you believe Spider-Verse again? Ultimate Fallout number 3. The Marco Djurjevic incentive variant cover, 2011, since we're talking about Miles. At the end of this issue, there's a partial preview of the cover for Ultimate Fallout 4. Since everyone's looking for something more affordable when it comes to Miles' first appearance, this standard cover and variant cover have been trending lately. The variant even hit a new high of $499.99 for a CGC 9.8. So what do we say? When one book gets out of reach, you go to the next one, right? And then that one is. And we can see that with all types of books here in the comic book community. So now people are going after this one, and it's Marco Djurjevic, and we know what happened with the other one. So
because he also did the you sold the Ultimate Fallout 4 Djurjevic.
Yes,
variant,
I did.
Right?
Yep.
That one is the hot book. That's like the Greg Land Into the Spider-Verse variant.
Yep.
And this is interesting because this is Ultimate Fallout number 3, and people are just getting because they're on they show like they don't show the head, but they show the body, and they're saying they teasing a new Spider-Man, and people are buying that up because maybe you're gonna see some people start saying it's the first cameo, bonus preview, whatever. I mean, shit, if people are buying Jessica Cruz's elbow, I mean, why not buy Miles Morales on the last page? So there you go. Ultimate Fallout number 3, the Marco Djurjevic incentive variant, dropping $5 for a CDC 9.8. All right, boys and girls, if you've been paying attention, this is the last one. And let me guess. Anybody guess what it is? Come on. Let me see. Is it Donny Cates related? Is it Thor related? Come on, let's see. Any last guess?
Venom related.
Yeah, it's close. Venom number 9. I can be honest with you. I have never seen this in person. This thing is a ghost. This is Venom number 9, the animation variant. So it's got, if for those listening on a podcast or are seeing this, that's why we like to throw up the graphic when we're talking about it, so you can see what it means by the animation variant. While on Venom, this issue's first appearance of Dylan Brock is causing the Spider-Man Noir animation variant to skyrocket in price in this week's new high of 1,000 for a CDC 9.8. This is so interesting that, it's not really Dylan. It's like a double spec, right? They dig Spider-Man Noir. It's a Spider-Man Noir cover, but really it's Dylan Brock, his first appearance. But it's interesting how we haven't seen much from good old Donny Cates on the CovrPrice top 10 lately. But I have a feeling that's going to be changing in December because they're already teasing the King in Black. They were this Wednesday, yesterday, yeah, there was a King in Black preview issue that came out. So I can only expect now that the hype for the King in Black is going to be. And this is a pretty dope cover, man. I like the way Spider-Man Noir looks, and Nick Cage is hilarious.
Great character, great character.
If the character ever comes, remember way back in the day when Spider-Man's what was his alter ego, Black Monkey, or what was it called?
Oh,
in Spider-Man Far From Home, remember?
Yes.
And people saw the black costume, they thought he was Spider-Man Noir and all these books. I mean, that's just off the preview. Let's not even talk about the Molten Man and Hydro Man. Oh,
right.
Lord.
I'm
glad I didn't jump on that train.
Crazy movie, wasn't it?
All right, so Venom number 9, the animation variant, 1 in 10. $1,000 euros for a CTC 9.8. Go back full screen so you can see us in all of our glory. And Ryan, there you go. Yeah, man. If you haven't been paying attention, Moon Knight has finally been cast. And it was funny because I was on the CovrPrice website. And you know what? I'll share it. You know what? Let's do that, man. We got some time to kill. It's Halloween, right? Let's just do this. Fuck it. We'll do it live. You know what I mean? Let me bring it over here for you, boys and girls. Let me do a Chrome tab. You know what I'm saying? CovrPrice.
Now right up. Let's go.
Okay. Let me go full screen. This is when you have a full membership. This is the top daily shakers, the top 50 comics with the highest sales value sold today. These are the movers, the top 50 comics with the highest amount of units sold in the last 7 days. You see Batgirl, Last Ronin, of course, great story. Yep. This is the Alex Ross, Moon Knights, Robin Kings. Look at that. Just goes down and down. Those are the 50. The list that we pulled from is the shakers. This is the top 50 comics with the highest sales value sold today. As you can tell, there's a lot of great stuff on here. A lot of stuff we already covered. The ones that we picked out were a little bit different, so we wanted to bring them to light. But here, since we're talking about
Moon Knight
has finally been cast. What's his name? Oscar Isaac. Of course,
Isaac,
known as Poe Dameron, was finally announced. I think this is the last shoe that people have been waiting to drop. We had She-Hulk, Kamala Khan, Moon Knight, and I do believe that's it. I mean, I don't know if there's any other Disney Plus shows that we're waiting for news casting to drop, but so there you can see last recorded sales value, October 28th, yesterday, somebody dropped $3,000 for a 9.0.
Wow.
I think that's actually a pretty good price.
That is a good price for a 9.0. Yeah.
And I'm going to bring you guys down. If we look in the, what was just sold? I just said a 9.0. Let's look at the sales data on 9.0s. So I was saying they range. The average is about 1,800, but that goes back, more than 90 days. The high price of. If you want to see recent sales data for graded comics,
go back to the 9.0 and click on that number to the far right. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
show them that. This is real nice too.
Yeah. So this will show you. It goes both ways. So if you click on sales data, it takes you the same thing. Just helping you navigate here, boys and girls. So if you look at this, it tells you all the graded. So on a 9.8, there you go. 2744 from May. So this is the old sales data. So it didn't even get updated yet that they pulled that from. Let's go. Let's see what you're doing. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong number. So if we look at 9.0s, look at that. So there we go. Here's the sale from October 20th. $2,999 on 10/28. Look at the last 9.0 sold for $1,932, which was almost 2 months ago. I mean, that's crazy. So that just goes, you know, news drops. You want to really go fucking around and see some crazy stuff. Look at these 9.8s.
Crazy.
$50,000 from February.
Nicholas Cage is buying those up.
71 grand in May. Look at that. Somebody got an absolute steal back in the May for 27 grand. But if you look at November, so look, from November 2017, nothing really going on. February 2019, May, March. So those are 4 slab sales of 9.8s. Went from 50 grand, 71 grand, down about 31 grand. Now back up to 27 grand. I would expect this list to probably populate with another 9.8 because you know why? Heritage Auctions is coming up soon with some other auctions. And this is one of those books now that are definitely auction for fodder auction, excuse me. So I just wanted to go over this list with you guys from our friends at CovrPrice and definitely hit them up if you can. And also check out the link in this video description below. You could sign up for a free trial. This is the weekly top 10 that we cover. Right there. You see that? Here's the weekly movers, and we're going over the shakers list now. We're not doing, maybe if we do a third show, we'll do the movers as well. But that's why, you know, hit up our friends at CovrPrice. They do a great job. They pull the sales data from about 4 different sources. I'm not at liberty to really be able to tell you, but if you've been watching the show in the past, you know, because I've told you guys in the past. But what do you guys think about Oscar Isaac?
Oscar Isaac.
I think
guy has 2 first names. It throws me off, man. Anybody with 2 first names and 2 last names, you guys are killing me, man. I think it's a great casting choice. You know, and it's funny is like the Twitterverse is there for people to complain constantly. And of course, there was a rumor that was never founded that some Twitter scoopers have said that Disney is looking for an actor of Jewish descent to play Moon Knight. For those of us who have read comic books, know that religion is not part of Moon Knight's life. If anything, it's Egyptian mythology is part of his life. It's only here's let me let TiVo drop some knowledge for you, man. It wasn't until Moon Knight 37 that they introduced that his father was a rabbi, but Mark Spector was never religious or that, you know, took religion seriously. If anything, he delved into Egyptian mythology. So when they say, you know, but, you know, I mean, it's kind of weird that people's like, I wish they would have picked a Jewish actor. I mean, Jewish is a religion. Unless they're Israeli, then it's a nationality.
Right.
But Mark Spector is neither. You know, he doesn't identify as it would. So, you know, who says an actor can't play somebody of a different religious belief, right? Because Mark Spector is not Israeli. You know, if you know, that's why we're saying somebody is Jewish. It's either their ethnicity, being from Israel, or it's their religion. Like, you know, Sammy Davis Jr. and Whoopi Goldberg, we're both Jewish. So, you know, but I've read Moon Knight and it's never really, you know, I mean, it was funny because when I really started researching it, the writers of Marvel decided, hey, let's make him Jewish. So with Moon Knight number 37, they introduced that his father was a rabbi and he was never close to his father. So it's interesting, but I think that's a great casting choice. But here's something else that's interesting. And
it's a safe casting choice too by Disney. You know what I mean? It's a very,
he's a great actor.
Yeah, he's a great actor. He's got the bones, you know, and in the Disney wheelhouse, I mean, it's a safe, good pick. And now that we have the actor, you know, we'll see what else comes of it, but we'll see, you know.
So basically what we've talked about what iteration of Moon Knight's going to be used for the big screen. And we were, it doesn't look like they're going with split personality, crazy Moon Knight with the 3-piece suit. Thank God. I hate that version. But they hired, here's the interesting part. So they got the writer of the show is going to be the writer of the Umbrella Academy TV show, which is an excellent choice. The director they got is actually an Egyptian-born director, so that tells you that they're going to delve into the whole Egyptian mythos. Drink mythos. If you're playing the Mythos game, Donato.
That's right. Mythos, tomatoes.
So they got an Egyptian director, which is cool because I love me some fish to the conch shoe, throwing crescent stars and all that good stuff, man. So that is going to be fun, man. I sold my first Werewolf by Night 32 many moons ago, pun intended. I have 33, but about the only way I'll get it now is by getting it in a raffle win, I think, because there's no way I think I can spend that much on it. But there you go, boys and girls. Any other news we should cover? I think that's it, right? That was the biggest news of the week, man.
They revealed the new Batgirl costume. That was cool. They revealed
all the CW shows are coming back in the next.
Red Hood. That was awesome.
There was that little rumor that the Snyder Cut will have Jared Leto and Deathstroke in it. You know what I mean? To what extent there was, but they did speak about that, and that could just be one scene or something like that. So, that might be your information.
There is a giant cult of Snyder Cut people and giant cult of Iris Cut people, and it's very interesting all the stuff that's going on with it right now. So
it'll be interesting to see. I'm excited about it.
I'm agnostic to it. I mean, it's. I think it's.
That's what it is.
I think it's too long. I mean, it's and it's
always. It'll be a new movie.
Yeah. Well. I mean, that's what I always say. Be careful what you wish for. Temper your expectations, and maybe you'll be, if you put your expectation levels too high, Zack Snyder we shall see, man. There's tons of weird news coming out about it. So we'll see what he does, man. I kind of like the direction that DC went with Aquaman and Wonder Woman, and you've given Zack Snyder, a mulligan to go back to the Dark Ages. So we'll see. I mean, Shazam and all that. I mean, I like the fun movies that they had, heroic films and this and that, so there's just a whole bunch of weird stuff going over at DC now with all the stuff with the Batman. It's like DC lost all of its hype with the DC fandom. When they remember DC fandom, hype was at a all new high, and now we're just getting little snippets and everything's been pushed back. So what can you do? Well, at least we have the Mandalorian, right?
That's right.
Yes.
We shall see if
I can't see Ryan's reaction. I don't know if he's happy or sad.
No, he is happy. Look at that big smile on his face.
Yeah, let me go full. There you go.
There you go. Look at that. Look at that.
Bring your kids into the room if you want to be disturbed for the rest of the year. Oh, look at the teeth on that fucker.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep it on him so people stare at him and get scared. Yeah. All right, boys and girls, thank you for joining us. Happy Halloween. I do believe you got 3 Men in Basement. You guys going live tomorrow?
We are not. Very Gary has his auction tomorrow night. And then we've got the Cranky Canadian coming on. Justin is dropping another one.
I think Spine Ticks is dropping. Has a live show on Saturday on Halloween. That's going to be
got
crazy.
A big Christmas party for Spine Ticks. That should be a lot of fun.
I don't know. Yeah, Impressible Defects. They already had their show because I remember they're all in costume.
Right. They did great Karate
funny,
Kid
actually.
homage. That was very funny.
Yeah, they were doing a Karate Kid. We are to do a Caligula themed party.
Yeah.
I don't know if these kids even know what Caligula is.
They don't know what Caligula is. No.
Shout out to my cousin Devo. What up, man? That's my cousin from San Jose right there, man. What's up, cuz? Yeah, man. So this is our Halloween show. That's it.
Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate
the Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloweenies. And I'll probably jump in on the Spine Tick show. They asked me if I want to come on. I'll probably be hammered when I come on, so you never know what's going to happen, right, James?
Yeah.
All right. We will see you guys Tuesday. I have a bunch of books. I may do another haul, but I don't think you guys even care about my hauls anymore. But I do have some interesting slabs that I got.
I care about the hauls, Tivo. All
right, I'm gonna do it just for you, Otto. I would do a haul. I got the first ever Wizard magazine, and I got an early appearance, early Amazing Spider-Man Silver Age book that I'm really hyped about. It's not a first appearance, but it's a first meeting. Huh?
All right, there you go.
All right, boys and girls, we will see you Tuesday if I don't see you before then, and I do a combo call, but see you on Saturday, maybe on Spine Ticks if I'm sober enough. Until next time, boys and girls, happy Halloween, and keep digging in them long boxes. Boo!
Shout out to Streetside Anthony out there watching us.
All right, peace. And it's the last time we get to hear the Halloween theme song because it'd be weird to play it after Halloween, so enjoy.
Oh, my man,
over breaks like skate. I'm down with ACP, too special K to cornflake. I DOG, any sucker tryna gas me. The KAZG, simply considered crafty. With more fat jokes than Red Fox wrote. You showboat, you couldn't warm it up with hot cocoa and a house coat. We get it swinging like the Red Sox with dreadlocks. I throw on my boots in case you're tighter than a headlock. Hard like a cock and dropping shit just like a buttocks. I got you constipated, so here's where the shit stop. You jock my dick like a chick and play the kink game. Can't be fly if you can't fly a plane. You can't be a captain if your name ain't Kurt. You can't swing a trophy if your mic don't work. You can't be rapping hip hop if the shit you're rapping's who?
Can't touch it.
Yeah, whoever said that, fuck you.
Now let's do this. Rewind, select and come again. Pull up that from the top to the very last. Jump.
Who are you to make their lives bitter in hard bondage? In this you shall know that the Lord is update. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do it. We're here. We're back. Word up. Let's do my job. You can't get fresher than this.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 5 greatest heroes. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
When it comes, I won't even notice.
Oh, how so?
I'll be too